Hey everyone, I'm back with some BTD6 for a change because a new exploit has been made possible in update 44, and I haven't seen it being pushed to its limits for the sake of a YouTube video yet, so I will be the first to do so. To be clear, this has been done on the BTD6 subreddit several times already, but for most players they'll probably assume that I was the first to do this. And actually, so did I, until I looked it up this morning. It just so happens that my post was the only one that went viral. Bragging rights aside, let's go into the setup I used to get all degree 100 Paragons. I show everything including the game startup to prove that this is in fact not modded, since this update added a new pop-up that appears after pressing start if it detects any modded files. The beginning is straightforward. Quincy NFT, then get 3 200 farms, upgrade 2 of them to 202, and sell them to get the third one to 230. Then sell the Quincy NFT to buy IMF loan. Use the IMF loan abilities to buy supply drop snipers. So far, it's not too far from what a typical elite boss run would look like, but that will soon change. I don't have the Rejuv potion available yet, so for the time being I'm activating the abilities as usual, and I buy a couple Geraldo levels early to speed up the process without slowing down my farming. It only takes 2 supply drop snipers to make Rejuv profitable, but since I was still so far away from unlocking Rejuv, I figured it would be best to mostly wait it out. Once I do get it unlocked, though, this money-making farm will spiral out of control very quickly. And here we go. Rejuv is finally in action. You'll notice that I only use Rejuv 3 times around, since that is how many times you can activate the supply drop ability in that time, so I attempt to place more supply drop snipers during the round until I simply can't keep up, and I cut a few times here so that I can place them without dragging out the video that much. To achieve degree 100 on all Paragons, you need $21,871,521, but for simplicity's sake, I'll round it up to $22 million. This is taking into account the cost from all Rejuv potion uses, by the way, at least those from restocking the shop, which is where the exploit part comes in. You see, it is supposed to only reset ability cooldowns, but in this update, it also restocks the shop. That's not just a level 20 perk either. It happens regardless of what level Geraldo is. Obviously, you need to have Rejuv unlocked in order to do it in the first place. The possibilities that come from this exploit are endless. 1 TC with Geraldo is also a thing again thanks to this exploit. Here is a breakdown on that cost while there's still some spare time. I did some calculations to determine when to spend cash versus using the Paragon totem. For the 100 tier criteria, it is always the most efficient to go for 2 tier 2s on a tower. It is possible for a tier 3 to also be more efficient than the Paragon totem with a tier 2, but no combo is more efficient than just tier 2s. Tier 4s should be avoided unless tower limits are an issue. As a general rule of thumb, if the cost of an upgrade is less than or equal to the price of the Kylie Boomerang upgrade, conveniently, then it can be worth adding. But just note that simply placing the tower down does not count as a tier for the sake of Paragon power calculations. At round 67, I have enough money to fill the entire map with supply drop snipers, as well as some more space efficient towers for farming, and at this point there is a significant amount of lag. Take this round, for example, where I attempt to use an ultra boost on one of my villages, only to find that the ability immediately gets used up by a sniper from the input lag. You may also notice a rabbit jumping around on the track from an earlier misclick. I misclicked the Rejuv potion again later in the round, resulting in me barely missing the final Rejuv ability refresh. From this point forward, I only use the hotkeys to activate abilities to avoid this problem. All that's left to do now is wait until I get to $22 million, although my supply drop snipers alone will sell for $2 million, plus with all the other stuff I have, I could stop at $19.5 million and still have no trouble. It will take 730 Paragon totems to get to degree 100. I only need 65 on the Dart Monkey Paragon because it is more cost efficient to max out the cash slider than it is to use 30 extra Paragon totems like I did with the other Paragons. There's really nothing else for me to say, so enjoy the video.